everyone. We're here today in Berwick Upon Tweed, England, and we're going to be touring around and having a look at some of the historical sites of this ancient town. And this, on my right hand side, is the Magdalen Fields Golf Club. So a lot of people out playing golf today. So let's go and see what we find. I'm starting on what was the site of Henry VIII's gun tower, which is a 16th century thing that was used when the Scots and the English were often at war over Berwick. And we're going along to see this, what you call a bell tower, which is 700 years old from what I can gather from the information.
Joined on to Henry VIII's gun tower by obviously the ramparts that were built here. It's what's left of the bell tower, which obviously, if you know what a bell tower is, you should know that it's originally used to watch over the ramparts.
Behind me is part of the Elizabethan ramparts that basically goes all the way around the old town, as far as I'm aware, which would have been the site of Berwick Castle.
Would it?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I don't know either. Let's go. If you look over the ramparts, you should be able to see someone walking along, and also some of the old architecture above the Walls Cathedral by the looks of it.
Right, this way we're heading towards what we call Flagstaff Park. So we're just going to have a wee walk around this wee park here through a rose garden, apparently, and then that'll take us up onto the ramparts that you can see up here and have a walk along them as well. There seems to be a lot of dog owners in this area, and dog walking seems to be a very popular pastime. We've seen upwards of at least 10 already, and we've only been out for like 20 minutes.
Behold, the rose garden, as we were told politely by a lovely lady that told us how to get up on the ramparts.
Diamond Jubilee 1952 to 2012.
Diamond Jubilee.
I want to see.
There's plenty of seats in here. There, hang on out.
Behind me, you might see a very interesting feature with the two windows, and behind that there seems to be another part of the ruins, and the air confirms me that it's very possibly might have been a part of the gun ramparts. So we'll do a wee bit more digging into that for you.
It's a big wall. Very big. The acoustics in here are really weird. Well, it looks like we're walking clockwise
Okay.
along the rampart.
Yes.
Berwick Upon Tweed. Now why, thou doth ask, is it called Berwick Upon Tweed? That's the Tweed, not Tweed as in fabric, Tweed as in the River Tweed, which means border.
Where does the word tweed come from?
I don't know, I forgot.
It's an old word.
Celtic and Brittonic.
Oh, Brittonic, that's right, yeah,
Brittonic.
Celtic Brittonic. This is the mouth of the River Tweed. Get a load of the view. You can see a boat, mad spire, don't know what kind of boat that is. Lindisfarne off in the distance. Water, seaweed, a lot of seaweed, probably too much seaweed actually.
The North Sea.
Japanese would be really happy with all that.
There's a really nice vista from this wall that we're standing at out into the North Sea, and I can see the wee lighthouse perched there at the end of a wall. There's maybe 2 or 3 properties sitting alongside of this, so I think they'll have a really nice view, spring, summer, winter, autumn. Well, look at this. I remember Tweed was familiar to me, and I know why it's familiar to me, because all the houses here all have different colours, different facades of colour. Isn't that just lovely? Grassland over here. An old cannon. This is actually called Fisher's Port, as I've just discovered, and this particular cannon is part of a group of cannons, or a battery, if you want to call it that protected the town in medieval times from attack by enemy ships.
A yak found another.
Yeah, expected to see. He loves climbing things like that.
Now, if you want to just relax, have a look out over the wall while you're sitting in your bottom. Come onto one of these. Just relax, while a few hours away, or half an hour, or 10 minutes, whatever you fancy. And just look out over that lovely vista.
Wow. Look at that. Do you want to have a wee look? There you go.
Oofed. Well, I have no idea what this mad thing is, but whatever this mad thing is, it's pretty cool. It's got a wide panoramic view of the River Tweed and some other doodads and bits and bobs and gubbins and that. There's also a view out to Lindisfarne and Holy Island, and that is the Holy Island, and there's a spire there like we saw earlier. Another cool stuff. Coffin not included. Lifeboat station. Seagulls. Lots of seagulls. Too many seagulls. I don't like seagulls.
A little bit more information on this that I could gather is that it was one of the towers that were won back from the Scots in 1482, because the Scots and the English were always fighting over Berwick way back as far as the early 15th century into the 16th century. And it used to be a 2-storey building, but then when the English took it over, they reduced it down to this, I suppose would be another gun tower, in which they used to defend the bay, whatever, from enemy attacks.
What did we do to the English?
I have no idea.
Oh well.
Probably the same as they did to us.
But probably about the same as they did to us, yeah.
It takes 2 to make peace.
It takes 2 to go to war as well.
It takes 1 to sign a treaty and make the UK.
Yeah. A traitor king.
treaty.
No, traitor king.
Traitor king. Yeah,
I don't mean that. I don't mean any disrespect to that, but yeah, it was. I don't believe that was a very good thing for us, especially considering all of the other people to bear the yak and unicorn I've spoken about that fought for Scottish independence, and then it was all sold down the river. Now over here you can see 3 bridges. The very highest one looks to be like a train line. Then you've got the one that all the cars go over. And below that you can see a little arch bridge, which is concrete and made of like cream stone, which is known as the Royal Tweed Bridge. And it apparently seems to be the newest one, which is built around about the 1980s. Don't know about the rest of them, but you can see, as I say, 3 of them behind me. Interesting. What do you think?
Unfortunately, we have the time wrong for the tide. The tide is coming in, and if we stay here much longer, we won't be able to get back up. We'll be stranded, so I'm going to get back up onto the steps, and maybe later on at 5 o'clock we'll come back down and let you see what this place is like as the tide is going out. When the tide is going out, onto a little bit of light surfing. We're just keeping an eye on this because it's starting to come in quite fast now.
3 feet per wave. Well, that was a little bit of the English coastal trail path thingy-majig. Apparently King Charles III's also got his namesake upon it. But there's a teaser, it's quite nice from what we can see here. So I advise you can walk as much of it as you can yourself if you're in the mood.
Yeah, that little beach that we were on was part of it. And there are other beaches, and well, the coastal path goes all the way around England, South England, right around the coast.
You can also walk along the Welsh border.
Where's your... It's like chimneys like that, I'm waiting for Mike. The only ones. It's a leg level. A bit of respite from the driving wind. Not getting out there, I think. Up to the curves. So there we go, all that way, go back. Going to have the wind full frontal. Then it goes.